So, hey guys, Chauzu here. In this video I'm going to be showcasing a fully maxed out level limit broken V2 Fuji, and with the level limit break buffs he's 4.75 times slash captain, and if you hit in the order of good, great, perfect, that gets buffed to 5.5 times attack, so that means that the final 3 units hitting will have a 5.5 times multiplier, which is obviously good, but of course you lack stuff like superclass buffs or anything like that. First here we're going to be using Fuji against Luffy crew, or Arena Luffy, and this will let me showcase one of the unique things to Fuji's kits, which is that he can delay, and his delay actually got buffed with the upgrade. He can now delay for 2 turns. Other than that, he gives a full board of matching orbs through block and locks it, and also gives a 3.5 times chain lock for 3 turns. That's the same as Shank's crew, so really usable special now. And he can also wave clear, which means he can be useful in stuff like treasure map. On this team I use Fuji turn 1 against stage 3 here, which can be Kid or Law. Then I stall 2 turns. And the plan here is basically to stall so I can use Fuji special again for final stage, since he has pretty low CD. When he's maxed out it's just 11 CD. As you see, I'm using Oriaxon, which should mean that good, great, perfect is hard. But I'm using a cheat strat here. Basically, I put one single unit that is not a slasher, and since he isn't buffed by Oriaxon, he isn't affected by the easier perfects, so it's very easy to hit greats with him. And in return, it's super easy to hit perfects with every other unit. So basically, it's basically impossible to mess up the good, great, perfect with this strategy. So pretty dope. I stall 1 turn and make use of Hairudi not being boosted by taking 0 damage from Zoro's counter. And then I use Fuji's special to delay Zoro 2 turns, so I can stall out the resilience and minor buffs we get this stage. And then next turn I can just easily dispose of Zoro. I've also prepared the super swap from Kinemon Denjiro. And yeah, this is going to be a super cool way to handle the final stage. You might not have noticed it, but this team is slasher and powerhouse dominant, which is by design, because we will have the Hoodoo support on Fish Guy here. So all the powerhouse will be ready, and I can also use him to remove special bind together with Raizu support. Then I can use Hairudi to give a delay conditional and remove the paralysis. Then I can use Fuji to delay, so we do get the delay conditional activated, as well as get the chain lock from Fuji. We swap Kinemon Denjiro to get the super swap, and we use Sweet Commanders for the chain boost, attack boost, and color affinity. Sadly we can't use Kinemon Denjiro special since they are in powerhouse, but we still do way more than enough damage, so yeah, this is the coolest team I can imagine building right now with double Fuji captain. But I did make 2 more. I made one against Ashura Doji, which is one of the hardest arena. But I figured since Fuji is chainlock based and also does orb manip, he should do very well against Arena Ashura. It was more about getting the team together. And this is definitely the first time I use cat and dog as subs. It's quite funny to see them at the bottom, like you never really get to see their full artwork in action. But yeah, obviously they are the good combo as captain, so they will be a good combo as sub as well. Like on stage 5, for example, which revives, you can just use cat and dog, and we get attack and orb boost for both before and after the revive. And the enemy is going to do some ship damage here. Otherwise I'm going to stall for a little bit here. It's kind of funny because we're actually stalling mainly for cat and dog, and usually they mean having them mean you don't really need to stall, so kind of fun in that sense. You might also see that we have a ton of HP, and don't quote me on it, but I think Fuji is like 1.5 times HP as well. I actually don't remember, but it's pretty likely since it's not that easy to get our 100,000 HP. Even if obviously my cat and dog are both level 150, and Fuji is also level 150 plus limit break expansion. The middle row I not talked about because they are mainstays for Arena Ashura. We're going to be using Sorrow next stage to reduce CD, as well as get an orb boost, of course. And we are just going to swap Smoothie and Oven to get their end of turn damage to bypass resilience. And we are actually using Smoothie and Oven with the same strat as last team, in that Oven is not Slasher or Free Spirit. So when we are in Oven form, we can easily do Good, Great, Perfect. Obviously, when we are in Smoothie form, it's hard to do it, but we do enough damage, we can just ignore that. We just go with the 4.75 times attack. Fuji actually works out really well against Arena Ashura because Int captains don't get orb change here, so we'll keep all the matching orbs. And we also keep the chain lock. And then the second Fuji we can use after revive when we don't have a chain lock anymore and we get empty orbs, so Fuji can just deal with all of that. So yeah, he works out really well against this content. Odin support on Cat just to stall one turn less. And of course this adds some extra damage as well. And we do the Good, Great, Perfect here. Don't even need to hit with Cat really, but we did it anyway. And yeah, we'll keep the attack and orb boost. And we get the chain lock back, together with a full board of matching orbs from Fuji. And yeah, his animation with special is really cool with all of the falling meteors. Yeah, do a Good, Great, Perfect, and then just one KO with Sorrow, very easy. I did one final team as well against Arena Shinobu, which is a content designed for int units. So I figured good, fun to try Fuji where he himself can do a lot of damage as well and not just rely on his teammates. And I actually did a full slasher team this time, and then it fits better to go with a non-easier perfect ship, so you can actually do the Good, Great, Perfect. So I went with the Hawkins ship, fitting since we have a Hawkins on the team as well. And yeah, I like this team since we're using some units you rarely see. Like, I'm pretty sure this is the first time I use the Shanks, Buggy and Hawkins in any team outside of like their debuts. Well, I think I've used Hawkins once for the Hollow Page 1. He's pretty decent there actually. And yeah, we're going to start stalling out the slot pine. And of course stalling is good with Fuji with that massive HP boost he has. We actually don't need to stall all that much because we don't need full board of matching orbs to kill stage 4. And stage 5 we're also going to stall a turn, which is a legit strat against Shinobu. I just rarely have done that, but this time it actually works out pretty well with this team. And yeah, we do a Good, Great, Perfect, might as well practice it. And there's a bit more pressure now, since the perfect isn't free like it is when you use, say, Oro Jackson. But like, I'm pretty good at this game now, so I'm pretty consistent at hitting perfects. But of course, there's difference between being consistent and perfects being free with like Oro Jackson and such. I wouldn't use strats like this in a treasure map, for example, when you have to do it every single run. Like, there's going to be mistakes eventually. And yeah, this is actually pretty impressive damage considering how few buffs we have. But this is an easy kill. Don't even need to hit with Shanks and Buggy. And yeah, final stage. As said, I'm going to stall a turn. We get reduced or special reverse, so we can stall out the special reverse by just tapping once. Makino removed the blindness, which is very important when you need to hit good, great, perfect. And yeah, we can use Rebecca now to remove the special bind, get color affinity. Remove the paralysis with Shanks and Buggy and get an attack boost. War boost from Hawkins, remove attack down. And then Chain Lock plus full board of matching ore from Fuji. And yeah, this is going to be a super easy kill. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed seeing some Fuji action. I really enjoy him. And I'm definitely going to try him against some harder content too. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.